This is what it sounds like, man. You're right. Katok. Katok.
한국을 여행하던 펜실베니아 주립대학교 사회학과의 샘 리처드 교수는 지하철 안에서 특이한 현상을 발견하고 깜짝 놀라고 맙니다. 지하철 안에 앉아있던 사람들이 모두 이것을 하고 있었기 때문이라고 하는데요. 영상을 통해 샘 리처드 교수를 놀라게 한 한국인들의 행동이 대체 무엇이었는지 한번 알아보도록 하겠습니다.
Country, the most connected country in the world, right? Do you guys see that? Do you talk about that?
Yes, I think we do talk about like how connected we are, especially those who have experienced traveled outside of Korea. So everything is connected through internet. You can even get some like family information about like government documents on the internet.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah,
I mean, we have
like,
that here, right?
But
there
it's
it's
very
like everything.
yeah, it's very easy. You know, you guys probably know about Samsung Pay who use Samsung phones. You can actually get the documents there and like put your ID over there and like, you know,
It's just fully connected.
yeah, fully connected.
So what I said about like about the subway, about people on the subway being really connected, that everyone's on their phones and every age, it doesn't matter, man, how old. I mean, I have a professor colleague of mine who's in his 90s, and he and I were just texting last night, and I was sending him emojis, and he's sending me emojis. He's like 92. He's a really famous Korean professor. And I'm thinking like, and I'm writing like, I love emojis. Emojis are awesome, right? Like people are, so can you say something about that?
Is it Kakao Talk?
And Katok, yeah, the
So
Katok emojis.
Kakao Talk have like very special subscription. You pay like around $3 to $4.
Yeah.
Then there's a subscription called Emoticon Plus. Emoticon is Korean for emoji. So if you type 감사합니다, which is thank you, then Emoji Plus will automatically pop up the emojis that fits to that word. So even if you're old, like even if you don't know about emojis, it will just automatically pop off and you can choose whatever you want to use.
And there's just tens of thousands. There's so many.
Yeah, so illustrators can easily upload their emojis, like if Kakao Talk approve it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How do you think the ways in which you use your phone are different than the ways in which many other cultures are using their phone, for example?
Well, I think it's like kind of similar because most of the time I'm gonna be on the Instagram or YouTube, something like that for the entertainment, or just like texting with friends. We use like Talk more than the just normal text message, but like just normal like iMessage is like what's the American doing like mostly for the communication.
Can you explain what Katok is?
So Katalog is like kind of like iMessage thing, but it's like kind of application so that like people download it and kind of using it for just like communication with friends, family, like anybody who knows. But to get their like contact, you need kind of phone number or their ID, like Katalog ID, something like that.
When I share my Katok with Koreans, so many Koreans are surprised that I'm on Katok, and I'm connected to so many people, like hundreds of people on Katok, because it's just really easy. So it is the thing that Koreans use, and I don't know no other country uses it, right? It's just a Korean platform, unlike Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. But in YouTube, Korean YouTube, there is no separate Korean YouTube. You just use YouTube, but with Korean characters. Yeah, explain that.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
Okay, explain what Naver is.
Naver is kind of Google stuff, so you can like search informations like you do in the Google. It's basically same, but there's like kind of blog. So like you can like people will gonna upload some informations like, and they sometimes get money from that, like uploading it.
The thing with Naver is, though, what's interesting is Naver it is like the Korean Google, right? But it's everything, right? It's like WeChat, right? It's everything is on there. And so when I'm watching people, when I'm like in the subway and I'm looking over people's shoulders, everyone's on Naver, man. Like no one's on Google. I've never seen a Korean on Google at all. I just never have. It's always Naver. I know that Koreans use Google here and there, right? But it's like I'm blown away by the degree to which Koreans not only are connected, but are connected on their own apps. And apps that are just incredibly advanced and very connected, right?
샘 리처드 교수는 이처럼 한국 내에서 독자적으로 발전한 인터넷 서비스에 대해 설명하며 중국과 비슷한 점이 많다고 말하면서도 한국과 중국의 인터넷 이용은 한 가지 중요한 차이점 때문에 근본적으로 다르다고 설명합니다. 바로 감시와 통제였죠.
That's right. Do you guys think about that? Like, how is censorship in Korea? I feel like Koreans, let me just say this, actually. You guys are, remember the last class I was talking, like, you guys are all like so polite anyway. Do you get into like arguments on Korean social media platforms with people?
I saw a lot of people arguing on social media, like for example, YouTube comments or news comments.
Yeah.
Like they argue about their belief or political belief or their idea, but it always gets aggressive.
It does get aggressive. Yeah.
So-
no, I'm kind of making a joke about. I mean, you are very polite, but the politeness ends on the comments, right? I see that.
Yeah.
Do you think about censorship at all in Korea?
There is some kind of censorship related to like harmful contents or like porns or something like that.
Yeah.
But mostly in common situation, there's no censorship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can go. Haley, do you think about when you're on social media and you're making comments and stuff? Are you thinking about how much are you thinking about what other people are reading?
I think that like people were gonna look through the comments, so I never comment on any videos.
So you're thinking.
Yeah.
About Koreans are very focused on what other people are thinking. So when you remember we had that conversation in class? So when you're making comments on your phone, you must be thinking about what every other Korean is going to think about the comment that you make.
Right. But I think that's kind of like, I don't know, like, I don't want to say this, but East Asian people thing, because we care about like a lot, like how other people were going to see me. That's the reason why, like, do you remember you said like about the COVID stuff?
Yeah.
Like why people wearing the mask?
Yeah.
That's like because you said like Koreans are like caring about like the community, not just by themselves. But that's the evidence of that, like we are carrying other people's like, views. So we don't want it to get like kind of just like, different with others.
중국과 달리 한국에서는 적극적인 형태의 검열은 존재하지 않지만 다른 사람의 시선을 의식해 스스로 조절한다는 한국 학생이 있는 반면 한국인들은 온라인 공간에서만큼은 자기 의견을 가감없이 개진한다는 의견도 나왔습니다. 두 학생의 이야기 모두 맞는 것 같은데요. 이처럼 외부 검열이 아닌 본인 선택에 의해 좌지우지 된다는 점이 한국과 중국의 가장 큰 차이점이라 볼 수 있겠죠. 학생들의 이야기를 쭉 들은 샘 리처드 교수는 한국이 경제적으로, 사회적으로 단시간에 발전할 수 있었던 이유도 이와 같은 표현의 자유에 기반한 것이라며 강의를 마무리하는 모습이었습니다. 여러분께서는 어떻게 생각하시나요? 오늘 내용도 유익하셨다면 좋아요와 구독 버튼 눌러주시면 감사하겠습니다. 항상 함께해 주시는 구독자, 시청자 여러분 감사합니다.